If understanding something was as simple as seeing it, archaeologists and scientists would have far easier jobs. Archaeologists know their job very well, so most of the time when they find something new, they don't need help figuring out what it is or explaining it. But on those special occasions when they can't make sense of what they've found, they ask scientists for help. And sometimes, even the scientists are left scratching their heads, and that leaves us with mysteries like the ones you're about to see in this great video. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Number 15. Medieval seal skin manuscripts. In a French monastery, a set of medieval books was found to be bound not with common animal hide, but with seal skin. Initially thought to be made from deer or boar, further analysis showed the skin came from seals, specifically harbor seals, harp seals, and bearded seals, likely got from regions like Scotland, Scandinavia, Iceland, or Greenland. These books were built during the 12th and 13th centuries. The Cistercian monastery yielded 43 such volumes, all covered in this weird material. Though not a groundbreaking find, it significantly shifts our understanding of medieval trade, implying access to extensive northern trading networks. Traces of seal hair still embedded in the covers earned them the nickname hairy books. DNA testing confirmed the marine origin of the materials. The monastery's inland location raised questions about how the skin arrived there, suggesting a vast trade system tied to Norse roots. The find highlights the complexity of medieval economies and connections across long distances. It's just amazing. Number 14. Roman-era lion medallions in Israel. In southern Israel, archaeologists excavated a Roman-era tomb and uncovered a set of bronze medallions bearing lion heads, offering insight into burial customs from nearly 2,000 years ago. Found neatly stacked in Tomb 6 alongside human bones, glass vessels, and a single iron nail, the medallions had small rings attached, suggesting they were once affixed to an object. There are a lot of theories that include coffin handles that decayed over time, ritual symbols placed to guard the tomb, or charms meant to protect the dead on their passage to the afterlife. The medallions were unique. None of the other 7 nearby tombs held anything comparable. The artistry and deliberate placement point to a high-status burial, possibly that of an official or notable figure. Their presence adds to the understanding of symbolic burial practices in the Roman provinces. The lion motif, long a symbol of strength and protection, suggests these objects held spiritual or cultural significance well beyond their decorative function. Who knows? Number 13. Obsidian arrowheads in Alberta. Despite Alberta having no volcanic activity, numerous obsidian artifacts have surfaced across the region. Arrowheads and spear tips crafted from pure volcanic glass have been recovered at several archaeological sites, though obsidian does not occur naturally in the area. Obsidian forms when lava cools rapidly, producing a smooth, glass-like surface. Its presence here implies that early indigenous communities participated in long-distance trade networks that spanned hundreds, possibly thousands of miles. Researchers believe these items may have crossed numerous hands and territories before reaching Alberta. An ongoing project aims to trace these obsidian pieces to their geological origins, using them to map hunting practices, trade patterns, and daily life from 13,000 to 300 years ago. The movement of such material across vast landscapes suggests a complex system of exchange and interaction among indigenous societies. This unique discovery reshapes assumptions about isolation in early North American communities and highlights their broad and active connections across the continent. Number 12. Hereford Mappa Mundi. 7 centuries ago, England's understanding of global geography was minimal, yet that didn't deter attempts to map the world. The Hereford Mappa Mundi, drawn toward the end of the 13th century on calfskin, is a result of that ambition. Despite its inaccuracies, it's regarded as one of the most influential maps in recorded history. Some historians believe it wasn't created for navigational use, but rather as an artistic representation. Jerusalem is placed at the center, aligning with medieval custom, but the labels for Europe and Africa are inexplicably switched. On the map's outskirts lie imaginary lands, mythical creatures, biblical references, and nods to classical mythology. Scholars are still amazed by the sheer variety of sources the anonymous cartographer drew from. Once richly colored, much of its vibrance has faded with time. Number 11. Hellenistic statue in trash. In Thessaloniki, Greece, a remarkable 2,000-year-old beautiful statue from the Hellenistic period was surrendered to police, wrapped in a garbage bag. The man who found it had simply picked it up from beside a street bin. Carved from marble and standing over 31 inches tall, the statue portrays a robed female figure. Her arms and head are missing, a common condition among ancient sculptures. This type of figure was likely placed in a temple or sanctuary to serve as a symbolic offering to a deity. Since her arms are gone, it's impossible to determine her original identity or purpose, as many statues were defined by the objects they held. Authorities were surprised not just by the find, but by its condition and location. Similar discoveries have occurred in the region, leading to concerns about how such artifacts end up abandoned. The statue now, as of 2025, resides in official custody, its origin under active investigation by cultural authorities. Number 10. Shadupam tablets. 2 clay tablets found in Shadupam, ancient Mesopotamia, have left archaeologists puzzled. The first, dated to the 2nd or 3rd millennium BCE, contains geometric calculations matching a theorem later credited to Euclid, who wasn't born until 325 BCE. A second tablet from the same location features mathematical work identical to the Pythagorean theorem, yet predates Pythagoras by centuries. These discoveries don't just challenge textbook timelines, they raise fundamental questions about the origins of mathematical knowledge. Both tablets were excavated from the same area, with no signs of modern interference or misplacement. Their inscriptions were created using ancient cuneiform symbols and traditional styluses, matching the tools and styles from that era. This has led experts to reconsider long-held assumptions about intellectual development and the transmission of ideas in early civilizations. Whether these were isolated breakthroughs or signs of a broader mathematical understanding remains unclear, but they undeniably complicate the traditional narrative of Western mathematical history. Number 9. Cave pearls in Jerusalem tunnel. Inside an underground tunnel system in Jerusalem, archaeologists uncovered a rare natural phenomenon, cave pearls that had developed around ancient artifacts. While cave pearls themselves have been documented before, none had encased objects until this discovery. These formations grow slowly as mineral-rich water drips over small particles, building smooth layers of calcite over centuries. In this case, pottery shards, fragments of plaster, and other small items were completely sealed within the minerals. The tunnel had originally been constructed to transport water, and the artifacts embedded inside the pearls have helped researchers date them to the Hellenistic, Roman, and Byzantine periods. Of the 50 pearls recovered, 14 contained pottery and 2 enclosed plaster. The find has provided a unique snapshot into the craftsmanship and material use of civilizations that once occupied the area. Unlike typical archaeological digs, these items were preserved through geological processes, offering both historical and geological insights with remarkable precision and clarity. Number 8. Undeciphered stone tablet from Georgia. In 2021, 2 locals fishing in Blash Plerney Lake, Georgia, discovered a stone tablet carved with symbols unlike any previously documented. Archaeologists across the country examined it and confirmed the script belonged to no known language. Comprising 39 unique characters and 60 separate inscriptions, the lines run left to right in 7 organized rows. The symbols were crafted using a cone-shaped drill to create initial punctures, which were then connected using a rounded tool, forming each glyph with remarkable precision. Though some elements resemble scripts from ancient Georgia, the tablet remains undeciphered and unaffiliated with any known cultural group. Its sudden appearance, combined with the detail of its carvings, has made it a focal point of national interest. Experts believe it could represent an undocumented language or ceremonial writing system. Without comparable artifacts, its purpose and origin remain speculative. Number 7. Clay bowls and government collapse in Iraq. This set of 5,000-year-old clay bowls discovered in Iraq may offer new insight into the fall of an early centralized government. Dozens of similar vessels were unearthed in one area, suggesting communal meals or organized food distribution. Archaeologists concluded that the site likely served laborers, providing meals in return for work. The bowls, mostly uniform in size and shape, were found abandoned together, hinting at a sudden disruption. Researchers now believe the site marks an early shift away from centralized rule. After this system collapsed, the region remained politically fragmented for nearly 1,500 years. While other examples of decentralized transitions exist, none have matched this scale or clarity. The quantity and placement of the bowls reflect a structured, possibly state-supported system that abruptly ceased. Rather than fading slowly, this site suggests a sharp end to state control, with tools and infrastructure left in place, offering rare physical evidence of ancient administrative breakdown. Number 6. Roman-era box lock in North Rhine. In North Rhine, Germany, archaeologists found a miniature Roman-era lock, likely used to secure a small chest or container. Dating back to the 3rd or 4th century, the lock is unusually compact, smaller than most coins, but contains a complete functional locking mechanism. Not native to the region where it was found, the item is believed to have been acquired through trade or gifted by a member of another culture. Using 3D CT scanning, researchers examined the internal structure without causing any damage, confirming all mechanical parts remained intact. The lock showed signs of past tampering, possibly from someone trying to force it open centuries ago. It has since been fully restored, and a key was specially crafted to demonstrate its function. A larger working replica, 4 times the original's size, was also produced for continued research and exhibition. The artifact underscores the complexity and reach of Roman-era craftsmanship, even in the smallest and most overlooked items. Now, let's move to number 5. Cremation bucket from Suffolk. A fragmented bronze vessel discovered across 3 decades in Suffolk, England, has reshaped ideas about cross-regional trade and funerary practices. Originally unearthed in 1986 and later completed with pieces found in 2012 and 2023, the item was first believed to be a wine container or diplomatic gift. However, further analysis identified it as a cremation urn. On its surface was an elaborate depiction of a lion hunt, complete with hounds, spearmen, and a detailed inscription. Use this in good health, Master Count, for many happy years. The true nature of the vessel became clear only when the base was removed and a block of compacted soil revealed cremated human remains. The design and engraved message set it apart from other vessels in the region. Its style suggests origins from Antioch in modern-day Turkey, implying it may have arrived through trade, plunder, or gift exchange. The find underscores a much broader and older network of cultural interaction than once believed. Number 4. Ancient Egyptian sistrum instrument. In ancient Egypt, the sistrum was far more than a musical tool. It held religious importance and was often used in temple rituals. Typically associated with the goddess Hathor, the sistrum symbolized joy, fertility, celebration, and even eroticism. It was also believed to hold protective powers, warding off the chaos represented by Seth, the god of desert and disorder. Crafted from wood, bronze, brass, or clay, the instrument featured a handle and an arched frame with thin metal rods. When shaken, these rods would rattle, producing a sound reminiscent of wind passing through reeds. Often shown in the hands of Isis, who also held a pail symbolizing Nile flooding, the sistrum was a vital part of religious rites. Two main variants existed, differing slightly in shape and material but similar in sound. Its use wasn't just ceremonial, it reflected a deeply spiritual belief system and played a central role in temple life across ancient Egypt. Number 3. Terracotta Commander in Pit 2. Well, this is just awesome. During new excavations at Pit 2 of the infamous Terracotta Army site, archaeologists uncovered a breakthrough, an elite commander among the thousands of known warrior figures. Since the initial discovery of the life-sized statues, chariots, horses, and wooden remnants, most figures have been identified as standard infantry. This newly found warrior, however, wore armor and attire that set him apart as a high-ranking officer. Alongside him were 2 additional officers and 5 soldiers outfitted in distinct armor, all believed to be part of his retinue. Until this discovery, there had been no confirmed examples of command-level figures within the army. So far, 10 figures have been identified as ranking officials. The find has significantly shifted scholarly understanding of Qin dynasty military organization, suggesting a far more structured and hierarchical force than originally assumed. This commander's presence adds a new layer to the historical record of one of the most iconic archaeological sites in China. Number 2. Viking artifacts from Lenbreen Glacier. Melting ice along Norway's Lenbreen Glacier has revealed dozens of Viking-era items once hidden beneath layers of snow and rock. Archaeologists mapping an ancient mountain route, used since the Viking Age and throughout the Middle Ages, have uncovered more than 50 artifacts. These include gloves, walking staffs, and unidentified tools, some resting visibly atop the ice, others requiring careful excavation. Several arrow shafts were found with intact feather fletching, remarkably preserved by the cold. The discoveries suggest this route was a well-traveled corridor used for trade and seasonal migration. Among the items are materials not native to the area, such as seashells, indicating long-distance exchange. These findings expand our understanding of how Vikings lived, moved, and engaged in commerce. As glacial archaeology advances, Norway leads the way in studying these emerging artifacts. The volume and diversity of finds from Lenbreen are reshaping historical interpretations of mobility, craftsmanship, and regional connectivity during the Viking and medieval periods. Number 1. Kensington Runestone. Though forgeries do occur, the Kensington Runestone remains one of the most debated cases where even experts aren't certain if it's authentic or an elaborate fabrication. It was unearthed in 1898 by a Swedish immigrant in Salem, Minnesota. Upon translation, the runes appeared to recount a Scandinavian expedition from the year 1362. In 1910, experts declared it a fake, but some still insist it's real. The slab measures 30 by 16 by 6 inches, weighs around 202 pounds, and was discovered entangled in the roots of a tree estimated to be between 10 to 40 years old. Doubts surrounding its authenticity stem from claims that Norse explorers reached inland North America centuries before Columbus, allegedly in under 2 weeks, a journey considered implausible at the time. Additionally, scholars argued the carvings showed insufficient aging, and the runes displayed inconsistencies when compared with those used during the 14th century, raising questions that still haven't been fully answered. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for hanging with us, and we'll see you soon in the next one.